Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of The Grind. And I imagine it's going to be another grind. So thank you for joining me today. Oh, I forgot to move. I'll move some of these to dones over to episode 16 so I don't forget to do that. But just jumping right in here, checking on these to-do lists. This number one task here, using warheads and moving the base underground, that is the task today. Since the last episode, when obviously I tried a bunch of different ways to do it, I've failed, but I have a new, well, it's not really new. I've done some more testing, I've done some more tries at this, and I think if I can get just the right distance away, we can start tunneling our way into the mountain. I don't know why it makes me go a certain distance away. Comments suggested doing things like making sure it wasn't embedded in the voxels, which I tried and it didn't work. Putting it on armor blocks and trying that didn't work. Dropping it armed, that didn't work. So I've tried all kinds of things. Trying it offline, that didn't work. I checked my settings. Those are all set correctly, so it's just some kind of a weird bug. But I did, in my workshop, try to get to just the right distance away, and I think I found the minimum distance for it to work. Maybe we're going to test that out here. Obviously this is a slightly different situation. I've got several other things to do, but I'm not sure I want to do them until I start getting, this warhead thing to work, because I'm probably not going to waste a ton of time working on this base if I'm going to be shifting everything over to the new base anyway. I mean, I really want to use conveyors and pipes and everything to just connect to this space so that I don't have to go completely from scratch, because that would be a true bummer. Oh, I hope the performance looks a little better today. And we're going to head out. Now, let's see. I'm going to start by trying to get into... Oh, is this too close? There's already a nice big hole here. This is closer than I was planning. But let me see. Maybe right here. Let's see if this works. Right here. All right, here we go. Again, I think this is too close, but we're gonna try, because this would be not bad in terms of conveyor pipes and stuff. Yeah, nothing. All right, so the next closest that seems accessible. Man, there's wrecks everywhere. Okay, if I can just kind of go flat, this gives me kind of a nice entryway. This is going to take a little more blowing stuff up, but let me see if I can get into here first. Okay, fingers crossed. Oh. Ugh, nope. Dang it. All right. How about this? Oh, this would make a nice entryway too. I think in my tests, this was about where it started to work. Dang it. Still nothing. How far away are we? Ugh. Oh, look. Another little entryway. Come on. I brought enough out here for 4 warheads. This is the last one I brought. Come on now. Right here. This is the one. This is the one. That little hole right here wasn't there, right? So have we is this like the exact line where I can make a hole? Right here? I'm gonna GPS this spot. Okay. Maybe this one will be it. Alright, let's get the stuff for more warheads. Oh, this is still just far away to be really inconvenient. Building a conveyor all the way over here is gonna be not fun. But still, it could be worse? Question mark? Fingers crossed. So, maybe right... Let's try a couple other things. Let's put it so it's not embedded. Oh. Oops. Well done, E-Rock. Oh, just keep going. Man, I thought it worked here. Ugh. Well, maybe a little farther away still. Still nothing? This makes no sense. How did I get it to work before? I'll go a little higher. Well, let's go a little further out this way. There's gonna be a spot, right? Be nice to go closer to the ground. How about, like, right here? Pay attention to your resources, Iraq. Be right back. Just gonna keep going out. I need this to work. Let's go here. Man, I'm a good... Oh, we're a kilometer away. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Huh. Good aim, sir. Okay, I promise this was the thing that worked. And I was closer when it worked, when I was testing. Neat. I'll go even further away. I've got a couple more variables I can still test. Here's another thing I can try. After I logged off of the game, or after I stopped filming last time, I flew to the other side of the mountain, a decent ways away, and tried a couple of spots with the warhead, and it worked. So, I'm gonna go to the other side of the mountain. If I can find a place that's, I'm just thinking of this now, that's sort of directly across the mountain from my base, that'll let me get started. I think once I start going through, if I come in from the other side and I'm directly across from my base, maybe I can get a hole started and just sort of mine my way, or warhead, or blast, that's the word I'm looking for, blast my way all the way through the mountain and get to my base. And that would actually be really convenient. What are the chances that might work? All right, well, let's start somewhere sort of simple, like right in here. This would be very hard to attack, easier to defend. I should have gotten materials for more than just one warhead. For this very reason. See, I swear it's like blowing up a little bit of it, but not enough that it works. Amount of materials, right? Yes, okay. I'll go back, get some materials, and maybe we can find a place on this side of the mountain. I will not give up. Ugh, I should have gotten more hydrogen. Good planning there, buddy. This is where the old Phoenix would have been nice. I still haven't even printed my two-faced ship. Got some ideas for names for that thing. I haven't decided yet. Okay. Let's just go a little bit over here. See, I see no other grids of any kind, which seems to be, based on some of the things that I've read, a potential problem, which I don't really understand, but let's put you right out here. This would be a pretty entrance in and out. It's kind of a cool spot. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because it didn't work. Let's keep going this way. Maybe it's because I'm filming, because when I turned it off, it worked. Should like turn off the filming. This is so much further from the base than I want to be. But as of right now, I don't even care. We'll just build an outpost. I mean, like please? What the heck? I'm gonna put you a little higher. See? Wait. That went in a little bit, right? Because there was no lip here. I think I'm making this up. Just trying to imagine a hole. Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna do what I did last time. Go back to the base, grab some hydrogen, grab a few more warheads, and I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna condense all of this, hope probably into a bunch of warhead explosions for the actual release of the episode. But ugh, this is annoying. I'm just gonna go far away. How about here? Okay, the spectator cam is off and that account is logged out. See if that works. If not, I may log out and try to go completely offline and see if that works. Booze. Man. This is so frustrating. I'm gonna go to that mountain over there. No reason to believe it'll work. Get 4 more warheads and just travel to that side. I travel with little hope to try a new spot. Okay, we're just gonna try on the other side of these mountains. Mountains. How do you say it? Mountains. Alright, where do we want to try? That's a little bit too high. I want to go more towards the base of the mountain. Mountain. This looks like the perfect place. That means it has to work. Has to work. Has to. Why? Why? Look, that was not there. It went a little bit. Goodness gracious, something is wrong. I just want to know, how did it work when I did this before? Hey, let's do a countdown one, because, you know, maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe if I can see more of the voxels rendered when it blows up without dying, hopefully. Like that. Oh my goodness. Is that all I had to do over there? Okay, we're gonna mark this spot because, first of all, look, this spot is beautiful and it's perfect and it worked. That being said, we're gonna try a couple closer spots to see if it's just a question of rendered voxels. Oh, I don't know how I feel. Okay, this one worked. It worked! Okay, I'm just gonna be excited that this one worked. Ooh, and I'm gonna hurt myself on the way home because I'm just gonna stumble back. So now we're gonna try a closer location to the base. And the problem is, I like this spot over here so much. I just don't want to have to go through that trouble. Oh no. Are you gonna attack me right now? So you're gonna... You better not. I'm not even thinking about it. The moment I finally have a little bit of success. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so conflicted right now. Okay. The first spot I'd like to be able to try, and again, I want it to be up flush with the mountain. So this is one place I could do it. Actually, see, but there's just not enough mountain on top of that. So I'm gonna go right here, right into here. I think. Yeah, let's try right here. Right there. Okay. Start the countdown. And I'm going to go just off to the side. But, ooh, that's too close. Make sure the voxels stay rendered. See, it's hard to tell. Did it just do the ones that were rendered? No, it did blow away some of them, didn't it? but it's still in that spot. Okay, last thing I'm gonna try, and if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go start the new outpost. It's in a more beautiful location anyway, which shouldn't matter, but it just seems so cool. Okay, gonna go to the other side of this mountain, and we're gonna try the render thing over here. Because if I can get it to work on this side, I think it's still on the cooler side of the mountain, and I can maybe drill through to the other side. Like maybe right here. Yeah? Right, yeah, like right here. Okay. Like I'll risk life and limb here if it'll work. Start countdown. Okay, stay rendered. I'm probably too close. But show me! Show me! Ah! I thought I was too close. I was right. Okay. Okay, let's go check. Let's go check. Maybe. Maybe. Like if that one didn't work, then this plan's not working. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? I died for this hole. I died for you. And it was for nothing, because there's no hole there. All right, so it was a combination of distance and see, like it did a little bit. Yeah, that's too finicky. We've got a space that is definitely working. We're going with the space that is definitely working. Hole one. Hole in one. All right, so now I actually think I need to step away for a second and just think through what my plan is going to be. It's going to take time. There's no way I'm going to get this all to work because this has now officially become an outpost. I probably need to start with just using warheads and making a big enough hole. Like, that's the most important thing. Because once I get that hole to that size and start putting grids there, I don't know if it's still going to work. I don't know, maybe it will. There's some testing to do with that too. So I'm going to clean up a little bit over here. I'm going to grab some more warheads. I really want to take a ship over so I don't have to do this many trips. I'm going to grab a bunch of warheads and bore a nice big deep hole. And then maybe start the beginnings of whatever that base is going to be. Because for as much as... And of course, after I'm sort of settled-ish over here, I'm not getting rid of this. Am I? I might need the resources. I don't know. I need a plan. I need a plan. So I'll step away for a bit in real life and think through what this is going to be. In this beat-up thing, looks like the printer works. I'm going to print my two-faced ship, my utility ship, so that I can cart over material so it doesn't take so long. And I'm going to name that utility ship Cerberus. Cerberus typically has 3 heads, but actually Cerberus throughout myth could have a variety of heads. It could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 10. So Cerberus sounds right, 2-headed. Maybe we'll add more heads. We won't do that. Anyway, I will print up a version of Cerberus, fly a bunch of warhead materials over to the hole, and then just start blowing up the spaces that I think would be best suited for the base. I don't know how careful I can be, but I think that's the place to start. I think we've got the materials that we need for several warheads. There were some things I did to the design of this thing to fix it that are not done with this reprint, so I'll have to fix that eventually, but for now, I think we can at least use what we have, get over there, and start building. We're doing the opposite of building. Heading over to our new home. Apparently, I have some thrusters placed poorly because they're blowing chunks of metal off. Yeah, this needs some work. Cerberus, it's a good start, but not quite all the way there. kind of like this look. I like the idea of the, on the grinder side, making it a little bit more mean. And on the welder side, a little bit more, I don't know, like worker, industrial. Pieces falling off of Cerberus. Sorry, Cerberus, my bad, I'll fix it. Hopefully this will still work. I'm just sort of assuming that I'm going to be able to keep blowing more holes into this thing. Alrighty then. So we're just going to keep going in until we're all the way encased. I know I can't be super precise with this warhead business, but I want to get as close as I can. Alright. Main thing is, please just keep working like you were before. Please. Ooh, get out of the hole. Oh, good. I didn't refill. Oh, no! And I'm out of fuel. I can't reach. Oh, how many things can go? This is maddening now. This is not good at all. Like, this is game over. Not game over. It's not going to be dramatic. Dang it. Oh my word, guys. You know what? I've got the spectator cam on again. I'll reload everything without the spectator cam. I hope that's it. Okay, friends. Fingers crossed. See? Why? Why did that work? Why does being off... I don't care. Offline made it work. We're back in business, even though I can't reach that because of my hydrogen tank issue. Actually, I need to go solve that. I'm gonna go walk back to my base and be right back. Go into here. Here's a test. What if I go to where I can't see it? Is it a render issue or is it the online issue? Oh, stuff came flying out. Oh. Did it go in any further? Hard to tell. Shouldn't tempt fate anyway. Oh yeah, it went in deeper. Okay, good news. Here. Oh, that may have been a little higher than I wanted. No, it's fine. Go this way. Oh, good. Icor, where are you at? You're watching my warheads explode, aren't you? Ugh. Oh, and you're coming, aren't you? Dang it, no! Okay, I'm gonna go where I actually have... I'm gonna let you blow up. Please blow up. Did that even make a hole? Okay, yes, okay. Jeez. And before I get shot down... Don't you dare. Run, 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 run! And of course I haven't fixed the thruster situation, so I'm gonna move slow as molasses. Dang it! Where are you at? No! Leave me alone! Stay out of range. I'm no! No, 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 no! No! I just printed this thing! No! It's like trying to drive a station wagon away from a fighter jet. Oh! Okay. Keep going. Keep going, little guy! Look at all those enemy signals. Am I even going the right way anymore? Wait, did it fall? It fell again, didn't it? Where'd you go? Where did it go? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come back over here. Where did it go? Well, looks like the station wagon got away. Something about a gift horse looking at me in the mouth, which I shouldn't do. Let's keep digging our hole here. This is going to be such a long, tedious process. Moments like these, you just wish you had a drill. Down. Oh, come on. Ugh. Hey, at least the hole worked. Okay. This is still blowing up, right? Starting to get nervous that it's not going in any deeper. It is, right? It is. Not working anymore. If this doesn't work, I think honestly, 'cause I think it's not working anymore. All right. Yeah, that didn't do anything because that's where it blew up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is too tedious all to keep the functionality of this no drill thing. All right, here's the plan. I think that this warhead thing, for as cool as it could be, and maybe we can pray that Keen does some kind of an update that makes it work better, and I can go back to doing that. I don't think it's worth messing with this and delaying everything this long to get that to work. So what I'm gonna do, I've added the terrain tool mod, and I don't know if any of you, I'm sure many of you have used this mod before. It's one of its main functions is to change a terrain from one like rock to grass or ice and snow, etc., etc. But it also allows you to add and remove terrain. And since the main point of not using the drill is to not give me access to the materials that come from drilling, I feel like the terrain tool is, for now, a worthy compromise simply because I'm not actually going to get any of the resources, but it is an in-game tool-based way to change the terrain. So it seemed like it sort of meets in the middle, especially since the warhead thing should work. It just doesn't. And that's not anything I can control. So rather than continue to beat my head up against that wall, I'm going to go back to the base, build the terrain tool, and then use that to, hopefully, I've never used it before, but use that to continue to sculpt that space. I am still going to give myself the challenge of going out to that new location. I guess I really don't know why. No, do I want to do that? See, if I'm using the terrain tool, it's tempting to just, because the warhead technically should work like right there. It's just a glitch that it doesn't. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna see if I can get the terrain tool to work in my original new base location, in the whole question mark location. Because I don't think that's an actual game mechanic that doesn't work. And then it'll allow me to use more base elements, because then it's not so ridiculous to go so far out with the conveyor. So I'm gonna do that. Darn it. I feel like I've earned it. Maybe. Yes. I'm not gonna feel guilty about this, right? No. Just to show you what this tool looks like. Here is the, what's it called, all-terrain tool, right? And as you can see there from that drop-down menu, there's the add terrain, replace terrain, etc., etc. As you go down through there, cycle assignments, and then you see it has a remove terrain capability as well. So if I just go ahead and build this, I hopefully have all the materials for it. I should. There it is. Again, I have never actually used this before. Let's take a look at it. There it is. If you haven't seen it before, I haven't seen it before. That's actually really cool. The texturizing and everything on this. So now I'm actually just gonna leave the Cerberus right there. There's that floating square thing, and I'm just gonna see if I can go use this. So we're gonna go up to this space. Oh, control left mouse button is to remove terrain. What I'd like to technically do is start maybe here-ish and go in. Let's see how this works. Oops. If I say control, remove. Whoa. Yeah, and see, now that I'm using this, I feel like I'm further justified in doing it simply because, ooh, what does this do? Changes the distance of the box, because this is going to take a really long time. how do I... Can I adjust... How do I... Block rotation. I want to rotate the block so it's... Oh, there we go. There's the size. Okay. Control T and Control R locks alignment towards center. Control T, there we go. So hopefully if I do it this way now, there, hold down Control, and now that's flat. Like actually flat. Yeah, this is gonna take a really long time. So I'm gonna switch, hopefully now also I can just go to spectator mode. I'm not gonna complain, I can do this now. Grateful for this mod. Okay. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. To spectator view we go. I'm actually really excited about the creative opportunities that this terrain tool is going to add. I've already just sort of completely rethought what I'm going to do here. I think the first thing, and maybe I can build this today, I'm going to do something similar to the base over there. I'm going to build kind of a smaller entryway. I like the way this comes into a cave. So I'm going to make this a smaller entryway, and I think what I want to do is build an entryway that almost goes directly into the new command center. And then I am going to go out and build a hangar with a printer bay. I might rethink how I do that, and that's going to be a large project that I'm sure I'm not going to get to today. So I think what I'm going to try to do today for this episode, we'll see how much of this I can do, is build the conveyor system so it comes up into here, so I have access to my resources, and then again, just sort of build an entryway and maybe the beginnings of the new command center and sort of think how I'm going to do this. What I like about using this terrain tool is I get to sort of think about at a much smaller level, maybe even almost more effectively than a drill, exactly which direction I want to go and how I want to get there. So I think I'm going to have a lot of fun inside of this cave, making this new command center, and I just already feel so much safer in here. It just feels nice. And then thinking about how I'm going to barely have certain defenses sort of jutting out and protecting us. But I'm not effectively communicating how excited I am about this possibility. So, again, I'm going to go out, bring the conveyor up here, and start working on the actual bones of this entryway. Well, dang it. I thought I was recording. I guess I'll just tell you what happened. All right, well, so here's what happened. Man, I'm really bummed it didn't record that because it was actually quite successful. I was attacked again, as happens all the time, by this guy back here. These two towers and whatever's left of that missile tower did their job. Actually sat it down pretty quickly. The one frustrating thing is it went straight for Cerberus, and this here is all that's left. And so I think I'm gonna, even though this pipe system has a decent amount left, I could print out another Cerberus, which I will do eventually. I may just finish this up here by hand, which is annoying, but it could be worse. The defense has actually worked quite well, which is why it's frustrating I didn't get any of it recorded. But I'm gonna go ahead and repair this, and then repair this side. The welder didn't survive. Everything else did quite well. Alright, now do your job. Perfect, there we go. That should reach the rest of what's missing. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to my job, working on this, and we'll see if after a little bit of that I decide I want Cerberus back, or if I'm close enough that just going by hand will be okay. I have now built the largest pipe I've ever built. It makes me a bit nervous that it is this exposed, but I don't feel like I want to take the time to armor the whole thing up. That's kind of impressive though, look at that. So good news is I have access to all these resources. That took a really long time, so I think I'll just take my last little bit here to at least build the entrance to this new area. I'm still, every time I come up here, for some reason, I'm just really excited about what I think this has the potential to become. So now I don't want to mess it up. We've got the beginnings of an entryway here. Definitely more to do. But I don't love it, but I like it. And I think what I want to do here is just kind of improvise an interior. First, I need to get a small container. And I'm trying to decide what would go in the interior of this part of a base. Look at all those things noticing me. What could go wrong? Why do I say stuff like that? Well, that's the good idea about putting glass right there, as I think I can walk right through it. Anyway, let's put a container so we have access to supplies and such on the inside. The only thing I can think about putting in here so far... Oops. Well, that's gonna bug me. OCD. Alright. Make that upright. There we go. The only thing that I can think about putting in here so far is maybe... I don't know, maybe like a desk is the first. I don't think you'd have a lobby in a base. What would be in the interior of a base? Basically just a hallway to get to everywhere else. Because I want you to come in here, and then what I'm thinking, for whatever reason, just kind of off to the right, I'm gonna have a hallway that leads to where the hangar bay will be, and also to where the new printer station will be. That's gonna take a lot of boring out. I also want to make a new command center. I suppose the entryway could just be the entryway right to the command center. Maybe I'm overthinking. That would be on brand. I just like entryways. I like, you know, it's one of the things, I don't know if any of you are Frank Lloyd Wright fans. The architect Frank Lloyd Wright. but he, and I'm a musician, as maybe you can tell by the E-Rock tenor part of tenor, but one of the things that Frank Lloyd Wright always did in his designs was he had this sort of musical sensibility, and one of the key concepts in music is tension and release. And the way he would create tension and release is by having like a small entryway into the home, and then that small entryway would open up into like the living area. So regardless of how big the living area actually was, it felt like there was this sort of dramatic move into that space. He also wanted it to be organic in terms of how it interacted with, you know, like if it was built in the desert, use desert materials to build a house, in the woods materials. So I would like to keep aspects of this rock here, and there really isn't any other reason to build an entryway than simply wanting to sort of bring everything small and tight. And then, for example, opening up even into the command center, which won't be as big as the printer bay, will feel like, woo, like we opened up into this massive, into this large space. So maybe all I need to do in here is simply give access to certain materials that I want to get to quickly. Like maybe I put in, I don't know, almost like a break room, a couch and some food. And once I do need to build a place to make food and such. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do here, this is gonna take me a minute to remove some of this space. I want a nice, small, low ceiling entryway, and then I'll figure out what to fill it with in a second. But I'm thinking, leaning towards maybe more of just like a lounge break room area where I have, again, access to supplies, access to food, and then it'll have hallways that branch off to all the different rooms. Again, like the hangar, the food area, the command center. The command center I'll try to make the most accessible and in the center, so the hallway will probably be just right in front of us. All right, so let's get a bunch of steel and just sort of lay this out. Again, I think I'm just gonna stick with a really low ceiling here on purpose to get that effect. And I gotta figure out where I want to follow the contour of the cave and where I want to have metal jutting out as organically as I can, so it feels like we're, you know, sort of bound by some constraints. This is where I tend to get carried away, and my ambition gets away with me a little bit, but, you know, go big or go home, right? So let's take out... One of the things I'm realizing right now that I always forget to do is use interior blocks more. So I think I'm gonna get the ceiling using armor blocks, and then I'm gonna try to use interior blocks more in this build. Alright, so I'm gonna put the floor down still with the armor blocks and the ceiling. And then I think I want the first hallway, I don't really want it to be all completely symmetrical. So this is still exterior-ish. I think we'll have this first hallway go here. And again, this one's going to be the hangar hallway. Probably should have tried to squeeze the spectator cam in here, but for now I'll just do this. Next time I'll do more of that. Hard to do in this small room anyway. Alright, so this is going to be this hallway. And it seems like going towards a hangar, the sci-fi wall is right. So you need a closet right there, right? I want... That's the thing with interior walls, is they take more stuff. Alright, designated that hallway. The next hallway I think I actually want to have right here. Oh, I'm using armor blocks. That'll work for now. Armor blocks will take less materials. I can at least, like, map it out this way. And I definitely don't want you to be able to walk in and see straight into the command center. So I'll probably put the... Ooh, don't want to put the hallway for that over here, over here. Probably over here. This must be a sign that I need to close up this episode now that it's getting laggy. It's been doing pretty good this episode, especially compared to the last one. Crazy that I was only attacked one time this episode. Why do I say things like that out loud? Ugh, so slow. Fix that. Need to put a medical room in here too. Been meaning to do that in the other base, but definitely got to put one here. That's okay. We're just about done with this. I just want to get this layout done. Next time I'll put in some lights, etc., etc. So what do we think the first priority is in here in terms of big spaces? The command center would be nice, but isn't super important. The medical room, also nice, and probably a higher priority. I think because I want to protect my ships, and because it's the biggest task. So I just want to sort of bite the bullet and get it done. Getting the hangar and printer area done in here, and then building the defenses on the mountain base are probably my two most important tasks. Alright, so let's close up shop here. This is going to come along nicely. Yeah, I'm kind of pumped. Let's take the Cerberus back. It's interesting going from like inside to outside. I wasn't even inside that long, and it just feels like I was already getting a little claustrophobic. Definitely gonna have to open up some space. I know I'm gonna need more resources. Look at that pipeline. Whew! What a job. I've got two big crashed ships here, which is helpful. And the collector is collecting there, first hacking that big ship over there. So I should have plenty of resources to do my next tasks. I may need to stop and do some collecting here soon. All right, so let's go check off the to-do list. And I think that's all we have time for today. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this space over here when I'm done carting everything over to the new space. That'll be a fun, creative opportunity. I don't know what opportunity it will yield, but one of the things I'm already wondering is, am I going to want to keep the grinding pit all the way over here? And I know the answer to that is probably no, but I don't like that answer. Just because of how long it took to build right here. What is going on here? Hello? Excuse me. There we go. Alright, so as far as moving warheads, moving base underground, we're gonna change this task to, because I want to mark something off, a couple of things off for today. So what do we do today? I love like going after the task and writing it down and giving myself retroactive credit. That's the way to do this thing, huh? So add new pipeline, add entryway for mountain base. We did that. Did we do anything down here? I do want to put, this is confusing. All right, so we did, come on, this and this. I'm actually not going to do this because I want to already start putting quotes in the new base. So this, because I don't want to go up there and do that now, I'm going to add this next quote, and maybe there'll be more than one up on the base. So, wow, that to-do list is a mess. I got some work to do. Here in the ruins of the old base, as things start to come together, time to start thinking about the next phase. I'll appreciate any insights and thoughts you have about our mountain base. All the way up there, you can see the pipeline. Any other thoughts you have about like things I should put in there that I'm not thinking about now? I appreciate all of those who have liked and subscribed. I invite you to do that if you have not, and also to hit that notification button. My Discord server is up, and I expect it to just kind of slowly grow, and my Patreon page as well. So feel free to check those out. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for joining me today on The Grind, and I will see you next time.
Into the black hole.